All right, hell yeah. So this is one of my most dynamic surfs, and we're going to kind of look at two different aspects of this. We just jump to the pile, and man, we just stay in this surf so well. So we get purled again right here, and we just jump to the pile, and then we stay in. So definitely, and okay, now we're just going to look at that. So those are the two. And so definitely there is the tip of just always jumping to the top of the pile. That's going to be the tallest part of the wave, and that's going to be the stickiest part. It's going to be what holds you back into the wave, and we're going to analyze why that is. So hell yes, that's the two spins. That last one we get pieced out. And I started making this video from the perspective of this is what I'm going to say. When I bite right here, like I already see it biting and now I'm moving. And so what I started making this video saying that if I jump to here, the boat is going to slide underneath me. That's kind of conservation of the center of mass. So if I jump here, the boat's going to push, you know what I mean? Because the boat's getting bucked out, and maybe I'm neutralizing that just by jumping from there to there. And so we can kind of slow this down. We bite, and then right there as I jump from there to there. But I don't think that's 100% what's going on. So this second bite, let's watch it all the way through just so you can kind of see what it looks like. I jump to that pile and we just get kind of stuck. And so I think what's going on here, there can be a conservation of like me jumping, so it bites right there and I jump right here, and maybe that pushes the boat in. But guess what? See, my boat's like the lowest in the trough, and now I'm already at the high side, so I know it bites. I'm jumping always towards the largest part of the wave, but look at this, I'm not even on top of the wave. So I think this is the physics that's for sure going on. As this is biting, it's going to drive my boat up and out, but to drive it up over this wave, it has to send me vertical. And, you know, having weight go, you know, my mass, you know what I mean, having my weight go vertical, that's just, see how we buck up like that? I mean, so that's the force of this water, this pearl, and I'm already on the high side but still low in the trough, so that's trying to push me up. And even just right there, that upward motion, and you can kind of see it starting to spill out the sides, kind of that where the energy wants to go. But just right there is enough to have the boat not go up and over. And it's kind of interesting. Maybe there's three things going on, because while I jump, I allow the boat to kind of rock underneath me. So hell yeah, so the boat bites. Yeah, so let's look at that one kind of at real time. So I jump to the top of that wave, and what do you think? So when it purls and I jump, I'm still low in the trough. It's causing that boat to push me and the weight up, which is really reducing that energy, no more energy, and then we slide back in. And so let's take a look, because I do have the boat kind of go up underneath me. And that's just a tendency for these small waves. It's just like, you know, we jump to the pile, you know, do what we can do, but then still try to shift my weight back down. And so heck yeah, so if here's the pivot point, you know what I mean, my weight's still kind of on that downward go. Okay, so hell yeah. So let's just look at this one all the way through. It's just kind of interesting picking these apart. Like I'll see one thing, and then for this one I definitely saw three more. But general principles are just jump to the top of that pile. When your boat bites, you know, jump at a diagonal, and that helps the spin. We talked about kind of that dog bone method, where if your boat is biting, it's going to spin, and if you jump to the diagonal, that's gonna spin you back into the wave. So always jump to the diagonal. Here we probably just jump kind of in a side surf, but it does that spin does peel out the side on that one. So we are kind of just using like the things in our wheelhouse. But I think the thing on this one is I'm seeing this pearl, and then I'm jumping instantly to where the pile is. And I think I'm getting an extra benefit of that having to lift the boat. Even from there to there, that is a huge dissipation of energy, and then we're just ready for the surf. And these are tough waves. Like this hole is a wave hole where you have really fast waters, definitely a teeter-totter. Compared to big sticky holes, you might have like an eddy flow back in and you ain't getting out. So hell yeah. So let's just look at this all the way through. But hell yeah, this is kind of just a small little hole. If we get pieced out that, up over that teeter-totter, we're just exit. And so, and then we do this twice. And then on this third one, hell yeah, it seems like we should be good to go, but we get pieced out. And definitely what I'm going to try to throw in my wheelhouse is like right here. I should already be jumped to the diagonal. So let's see on this third one. You know what I mean? I know I'm going to go in. I might not know the direction of the pearl, but I should be jumping to this far this diagonal, actually. No, that far diagonal, because it's hitting on this side of the boat, it's going to drive my boat that way. Jump to this diagonal, but at the same time, lean over and grab some water and start to already have that paddle in, and that'll drive that part of the boat. And it won't purl so much as if I'm already on this diagonal. So that last one, that's kind of why we get pieced out right here. So it's just really fast to be able to do all that. And in my wheelhouse, I don't have jumping to the diagonal and getting my paddle in. You know what I mean? I want to jump to the diagonal and kind of hang on. But we try our best there. Anyway, if you want to see this one more time all the way through, and then we'll call it for a video. But booyah, just always jump to where that highest part of the pile is. Jump to the diagonal. If you're purling, jump to the diagonal. And jump early. Your boat's low in the trough. It's going to push you up. So I think we did good on this one. All right, hell yeah.